feminism. Flo alluded to that. But does that devalue motherhood? Has the feminist movement? Girls?
I really think that there is common ground with the feminist and the Christian, especially in Peter when it says that women and men are equal heirs to the grace of God. And his spirit has been poured out on all flesh. And there is a part of parenting that's called attachment parenting that biology and psychology has embraced, which says that the female body was made, the biology supports the fact that childbearing, and the psychology supports the fact of bonding with the child early in infancy.
I'm following you. Are you following?
Yeah.
I think in the end, the truth will prevail and triumph.
Well, what's interesting, have you ever heard feminism and Christianity put together like that? I haven't.
Oh, absolutely.
That's good.
I think somewhere along the line, equal rights turned into sameness. And I don't think that's what it's about. I think that we can have equal rights, but still have very different roles as men and women. Are there crossovers? Yes, but I do think feminism has devalued motherhood.
I do too.
For the very, just the very fact that women are getting married later, and our bodies are only made to make babies for a certain amount of time. So that's why we're having so many fertility issues, and women are having to fight their instinct, not all of them, but to want to be mothers because they have to have these careers and climb the ladder and fight equality. I think it has devalued
Who's
motherhood.
the movie star that wrote, I'm looking for my Prince Charming, every woman needs
Kirsten
a prince?
Dunst.
Dunst.
Okay, well, she's a big time.
Yeah. I think, growing up, my mom and dad were like, Amy, the sky's the limit. You can do anything. Anything that you put your hand to is going to prosper. And so to have that down deep on the inside of you, and then to grow up and be like, well, you can only be a stay-at-home mom, saying that that's only success, or just going into business is success. Why can't we be a great mom and a great business girl? Why can't we be whatever God has called us uniquely designed to be?
But Amy,
Whatever that looks
one
like.
group honestly fights with the other group. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm sure at home you've experienced this, or maybe you're identifying with what we're talking about. When I was the Shop and Save lady, and I was in a grocery store at one time, and a little girl was doing some homework sitting on the bench, and I said, oh, let me see what you're doing. And then the mother said, oh, I wouldn't think you would even know about homework because you're on TV.
Oh.
No, really. So I believe that women that stay home deserve the attaboy and deserve to be raised up.
absolutely.
And women that work, go for it.
Yeah.
I think that a lot depends on you. Your perception is your reality. And so depending on what your perception and understanding about feminism is going to be how you process it and how you walk it out. And so I really like how God just used Roxanne to bring some insight into it.
never thought of that.
Yeah, and seeing how the two can coincide. But I also believe that my other sisters brought up some valid points, and so I really think the perception of it is key, because that's it'll manifest in your walk. I do think it's important that, as the word says, this you ought to have done and not leave the other undone, and so we do need to not allow the spirit of oppression to come on us as women and define who we are according to the world standards.
Right.
But we do need to not allow the world to dictate to us who we are. And I really feel that as women, that's a gift that we have. And we don't want that smothered out by the world.
No.
I was thinking about my daughter when she was like 3 years old, and she was playing in her little house outside, and she was serving us food, and we said, oh, thank you, what a great waitress. She goes, I'm not the waitress, I'm the girl that owns this place.
That's right.
Wow.
And I was like, it's in her to be a leader, but it's also in her to be a great mom.
I have a picture of my daughter playing Office. Now, she didn't play house, but she loved to play Office. Where'd she get that from?
We played teacher. We always played teacher, but I didn't want to be a teacher, no way.